What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Netflix version of Deluxe class Siege Impactor. This is the one that was widely released with the Netflix paint job, so it's not got the head from the 2-pack, which is objectively better. Going ahead and getting this thing kicked off. Here he is in his vehicle mode, and you can see that he is molded in this mustardy, spicy mustardy color. And he's got this lighter yellow painted on down here, as well as silver treads. You've got the purple with a little bit of purple paint blotches on him. I don't know if it's like scratches or like when you get scuffs on metal, it just kind of has a different color to it. At the front, his little cowcatcher Scooby-Doos are painted in silver. You've got these parts painted in orange. His gun is just molded silvery plastic. You've got some orange paint up here. You can see his Autobot symbol peeking through right there. Molded orange hinge, painted orange there. You've got, I want to say it's molded in the yellow again. The mustard with the yellow paint, and then purple paint back here, and then a molded in silver harpoon type dealio here at the back, just molded plastic. Coming down this side, you got the same. There you go, complete top view where there's a little bit more orange paint there that I missed, and there's the bottom view. You've got some orange yellow plastic rolling wheels for your delight, and he does roll. Those rolling things tend to do in vehicle mode. He does have articulation. This turret will go all the way around, but it is kind of based in the back, so it kind of leaves a gap here, and it looks a little off, but I'll take it on a Deluxe. The turret doesn't really angle up or down, so, and then you can take this and you can put it in these ports here. If you want to, you could actually store it in between these. There's a gap in there, and if you don't like it, you can literally just shove it in that gap and close it back up, and then that can be its home in vehicle mode. I don't mind just having it up here on the roof of the tank, like a little it is like a little gun seat almost. You got the big cannon that is up here, and then you could just have the secondary machine gun like a Borderlands car or something. Little guns molded in here on the side too, just gray plastic. That's about it for his vehicle mode. So we'll go ahead and take a look at some size comparisons, starting with shiny silver Rubik's Cube, Gormagala statue, Volkswagen Bumblebee stand-in, and Headmaster reissue Deluxe class Brainstorm. Alrighty, that about does it for our size comparisons. So we're going to go ahead and get him transformed into robot mode and take a look. Beginning off with the transformation, we'll just go ahead and start with his legs down here. So his feet are tabbed in here in the back. Give me 1 second. I'm going to force you to focus on Impactor and not my fingers. See how that goes. So we'll open this up. Not working that great. Is it just focusing on that spot? We'll turn that off. I thought it would track the object. So here we go. Fold his feet out. There is a tab painted yellow there that'll go into this slot. We'll fold out both of his feet. This one is going to fight me. There we go. His feet unclipped and folded out. Then we'll take this panel and swing it down. And it doesn't really lock in. Doesn't really tab in. It just kind of sits in place down here. There's no real thoop or anything. It'll stop a little farther than it needs to be, and then it'll just kind of rest. Get his other leg tilted down. And then you can go ahead and separate his legs and fold it down here at his waist. So there we've got his legs separated. Go ahead and put his feet in the position. I'm just going to put them all the way up for now, even though it gives him a major A stance. And then we're going to fold his toes open. And I'll go ahead and put him in said A stance. And I'll raise up my camera a bit. There we go. For the upper body, we'll go ahead and detach one of the arms from the center turret. I detached this arm because this is the arm that's going to end up holding the gun, so I'll just leave it with that arm. Rotate them up so that they're out of the way here. And that'll let you fold down the chest flap, peg it in, then you can peg the arms in. We'll rotate his arm so that the elbow is facing forward and give him his harpoon real quick. And then we'll go ahead and do the other arm, so we'll rotate it, fold out his hand on this side, and then give him his gun. So there he's got his weapons. Fold over this shoulder cannon, flip open the flap, pull out the head if you can get to it. There we go. We'll spin his head around, close this up, and there he is in his robot mode. Go ahead and zoom in, take a look at the details. No light piping, so his eyes are painted red in there. His face is silver, his helmet is painted orange and silver, and it looks like it might be molded in orange, so the paint on it is not the orange it's molded in, so it is fully painted. You've got the Autobot symbol there on the chest, filled in with the purple behind it. These orange panels we saw in the vehicle mode. You've got the same detail on the gun, and there's also a hole on this side, so that way in either mode you can plug something into it. His shoulders have that same purple scuffy paint on it. Middle of his arms are molded in orange. His hands are those molded components at the front, and they're painted orange. You've got orange paint on his midsection, more of that purple scuffy paint on his waist. Silver molded thighs with the little gray guns still out here on the side. You've got a little molded black detail there. And then those orange bits that I missed earlier, the black you might have even been able to see on him. I just don't know if I had it covered up with the turret when I was going over the top, or if I just missed it. Could be either. The side of the legs is just the side of the tank, so we've seen this detail before. And coming up the back, it's pretty much the same as the front. Orange paint here, silver thighs. No paint back on this panel, just molded in plastic. And then coming up the side of the arms here, you've got a little bit of the purple scuff because this is the outside of the tank section. So yeah, he's pretty cool. Not a bad figure at all. For articulation, his head does do the full 360 for the transformation. You do get a little bit of tilt because it's on a ball joint, and you can look up a tiny bit, not really down too much. Excuse me. The arms have the same amount of articulation. That one's not pegged in all the way. There we go. But since this one's got the cannon on top, I'll just show you with this arm over here. You can move it out a little over, well, actually a decent amount over 90 degrees. You've got the full 360 rotation there. You've got the swivel 360 degrees at the bicep, 90 degree elbow bend, wrist moves in and out for transformation. Waist, he's got an ab swivel more than a waist swivel, and that's where the tank will swivel to. So it doesn't look terrible. At least they built it in. On a good posing action figure, you usually have a swivel here and a swivel here to get that natural turn. So as long as there's one of those places, I'm not going to complain, because you need two to be perfect, so most just have it down here. So he's just got it up there, and I'm okay with that. Legs go out to the side about all the way. It's a ratchet out to the side, which is crazy on a Deluxe to me anyway. and then it's just friction going forward all the way, back all the way, no kibble on the back, cleans up really well. Just got this little backpack thing here, and he's a big old tank, so he can have a little bit of a backpack on him. He's got the swivel at the thigh is just above the knee. There's nothing higher up, so that'll run you 360. Knee bends 90 degrees, and then the foot, you can move the toe due to transformation, and you can pivot the ankles in as far as they like to sit, but you can have them out straight if you want. They just don't lock in place or anything, so most of the time he's just going to end up standing like this, which is fine. He is powerful, he am strong, he can be posed in such a way as this. We'll go ahead and get him posed here real quick, and there we go. There is Impactor in his robot mode. We'll go ahead and take a look at some size comparisons. There he is with the silvery shiny Rubik's Cube, with the Gormagala statue, with our Bumblebee equivalent stand-in. And lastly, there he is with the last Deluxe review, which is Earthrise Wheeljack. So we've got the Inventor with the Impactor, and there you have that. Final thoughts wise on this guy, would I prefer the other head? Definitely. Am I sad that it's this one? I'm not disappointed. It was going to be one of the two, and of course they would make the re-release have the same head as the other mass release. I just, I think that they just didn't want to make more of the other head, I guess. They had already mass released this one, so why not mass release it again? I'm not a huge fan of the coloring. I liked the brighter colors of the original one. I just never picked them up when it came out. That being said, he's pretty good. Articulation is really good. That ratchet in the hips, I was surprised by that. I don't remember that being there. I don't know that I've ever, clicked out his hips too far, except the A stance, so it probably just didn't register on my brain. It happens. Hollowness in his legs is pretty abhorrent, but like I said, you can use it to your benefit in vehicle mode if you want to store his harpoon in there. Just so that way it's out of the way. It'll rattle, but you can do it, and then this gun becomes part of the turret, so it doesn't really need to store. It's already stored. I like weapons parts forming if it becomes part of the vehicle, and that's really easy to do with tanks. That's about it. Fun transformation, good articulation. Is there anything else to say? I doubt it. My brain's trying though, so I'm definitely just sitting here paused looking for stuff that doesn't exist. That's him. That's Netflix Impactor, and we'll see you in the next video, which is going to be... I don't have... The next video after this is probably just going to be a regular Friday release, which should be Kingdom Leader Class Megatron, unless my KO Optimus Prime ships. I'm shooting this the Monday before it releases, so it'll be the day that Wheeljack review comes out. Actually, I'm shooting it before that review comes out, but my Optimus actually made it to the airport and is actually being flown out, which is farther than it made it last time when it was cursed. If that comes in and I have time to look at it and get used to it and film a review, that could be a review on Wednesday. But if it doesn't come in time, then it will not be. I should know by the time I film my Megatron review if it's going to be coming out or not, but who knows. If you liked the video, go ahead and give her a like. If you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and check out my playlists. I linked the War for Cybertron reviews down below. I have a Twitter link down below. I also have a KO third-party playlist and a Studio Series playlist right now. Go ahead and subscribe if you'd like. Comment if you have questions or suggestions, or if you want to shout out that my video helped you in any way. And I will see you guys next time.